Every person experiences loss or heartbreak at least once in their life. How we react or deal with loss is different for each person, and for me, that's through music. After being diagnosed with liver disease and breaking up with his former band, songwriter Justin Vernon retreated to his father's cabin in Wisconsin, spending many months in isolation while writing the album For Emma Forever Ago. The album is a story from start to finish of his struggles with relationships, heartbreak, and depression, darkness, and then finally his catharsis of it all. I have a personal connection with each of these three poems. Starting with heartbreak and the ending of a relationship, this is Skinny Love by Justin Vernon. Come on, skinny love, just last the year. Pour a little salt, we were never here. My, 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 staring at the sink of blood and crushed veneer. I tell my love to wreck it all. Cut out all the ropes and let me fall. My, 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 my. Right in the moment this order's tall. And I told you to be patient, and I told you to be fine, and I told you to be balanced, and I told you to be kind. And in the morning I'll be with you, but it'll be the different kind. I'll be holding all the tickets, and you'll be owning all the fines. Come on, skinny love, what happened here? Suckle on the hope in light brazier. My, 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 my. Sullen load is full, so slow on the split. And I told you to be patient, and I told you to be fine, and I told you to be balanced, and I told you to be kind. And now all your love is wasted. Then who the hell was I? Now I'm breaking at the bridges, and at the end of all your lines, who will love you? Who will fight? Who will fall far behind? The second poem is what I would say is the darkest of all the songs on the album. Vernon discusses his realization of life remaining the same when he comes back from his isolation. He finds everything to be mundane while slipping deeper into crippling depression. This is Blindsided by Justin Vernon. Back down, down to the downtown, down to the lockdown. Boards, nails lie all around. I crouch like a crow, contrasting the snow. For the agony, I'd rather know. 'Cause blinded, I am blindsided. Peekin' into the peerin'. I'm not really like this. I'm probably plightless. I come through the window. I'm crippled and slow. For the agony, I'd rather know. 'Cause blinded, I am blindsided. Would you really rush out? Would you really rush out? Would you really rush out for me now? Would you really rush out? Would you really rush out for me now? 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 Oh, for me now. Taut line, down to the shoreline, the end of a bloodline. The moon is a cold light. There's a pull to the flow. My feet melt the snow. For the agony, I'd rather know. 'Cause blinded, I was blindsided. Blinded, I was blindsided. Blinded, I was blindsided. The last poem takes poker and uses it as a metaphor to describe life experiences and the gambles involved with life. You receive a stack of chips, and each life experience is a bet and a gamble to either win or lose. This last song on the album also represents Justin's release or his catharsis. And in the end of the poem, Vernon locks and lifts away, representing his release from all the heartache and darkness he has experienced. This is Re-Stacks by Justin Vernon. This, my excavation, and today is Qumran. Everything that happens is from now on. This is pouring rain. This is paralyzed. I keep throwing it down 200 at a time. It's hard to find it when you knew it, when your money's gone and you're drunk as hell. On your back with your stacks, racks as the stacks are your load. In the back and the racks and the stacks of your load. In the back with your racks and you're unstacking your load. While I've been twisting to the sun and the moon, I needed to replace. The fountain in the front yard is rusted out. All my love was down in a frozen ground. There's a black crow sitting across me. His wiry legs are crossed. He's dangling my keys. He even fakes a loss. Whatever could it be that has brought me to this loss? On your back with your racks as the stacks are your load. In the back and the racks and the stacks of your load. In the back with your racks and you're unstacking your load. This is not the sound of a new man or crispy realization. It's the sound of unlocking and the lift away. Your love will be safe with me.